So this is my first video and I don't know what I'm going to speak, but my intention is to speak my story. And what I'm going to speak, I have not prepared anything. I don't have any script. I might even close my eyes and just speak to you because this time it's not about perfection. I've been thinking about creating this video from almost 1 month, at least 15 to 20 days. But I've been thinking about my background, my setup, uh, the noise. There's a lot of background noise. I just wanted to make sure that everything is perfect before I get started. But right now, I'm in a state where I cannot wait any longer because this story, the message that I want to bring to you, brother, is now important. So, what I'm going to speak right now is I don't know what I'm going to speak, but it is very important that you listen to me. And this is the story that will help you understand what I'm going through and why it is important for you to listen to me. So 8 months ago, what happened? I cannot able, even I'm not able to understand, and still I'm going through that process of. I feel like it is spiritual awakening, a recovery from anxiety, or whatever it is. I still don't know. And what I'm going to tell you is what happened 8 months ago completely shifted everything for me. I was staying in Bangalore. I was running my email marketing agency and coaching business. But at that point of time, something happened. It was a day I remember. I was in, I came from a leg day and I had hired a personal trainer for this and it was a very intense. And the moment I came home, I was not able to do anything. I felt so much of burnout that I started jumping like a fish, started crying, and I started shouting.
Fuck! 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 Fuck!
I felt very ashamed because my friend's wife was there and I was very ashamed to shout like that. And this also reminds me of like as a man we have been taught to be strong. Crying is weak for a man. In India, this is very pertinent that whether or not what is important here, nobody cares. What you want to do as a man, they want you to provide, they want you to protect. But the moment you show your vulnerability, you are termed as a weak person. And that is what is the mindset of the society is. And same thing happened with me, brother. What I have gone through is very difficult. Like I was the only person who was providing for the family. Right now I'm 27. I'll be turning 28 very soon in December right now. So since from childhood I have been staying outside. Like since from 5th grade. I feel like I did not get the love of the parents because of emotional absent. So I was the person who was always looking for the love. This is what I'm able to see right now. And to get love, the only way to get love is to perform. And that is what I've learned. And this is the reason. Since from 6th grade, 9th grade, like I was the person who was topper in the class. Because I was taught if you are a topper, you are safe. You'll be appreciated. People will love you. But as I grew up, this became the mindset and it was working everywhere. Look, in 12th, I got 95.6%. And I felt that, okay, this is the thing. But after that, what happened? I went to crack J mains in advance. I could not do it. And at that point of time, I felt very hopeless. So what I did after that was I went into the engineering college in Bangalore and it's been 8 years that I was in Bangalore and I did my engineering. And after engineering, I realized that engineering is not for me. So what I did after that, I started my own freelancing business, and everybody was in COVID. So I started doing something my own, and this was copywriting journey. At that point of time, I invested in a mentor, and it was too difficult for me to invest in that mentor as well. So I'm not going to talk about that. The only thing that I wanted for me at that point of time was how can I become the person so that I can help my family from a situation, because my family was in a debt of more than 10 lakh rupees and still we are recovering. And I was the only person because I had got younger brother and sister, and my father business was like nothing. We were actually in debt. So what I want you to understand here is like I had the responsibility of entire family, and I was doing it with all I can, and that is what all men do. They put their best, but they just want hug. They just want to be appreciated. They just want that, okay, that whatever you are doing is enough, brother. Like, I have never heard that from anyone. Whatever the friendship which I was having, it was all the shallow level. Like, we will talk about sit, we'll talk about other people, we'll talk about this and that. But as brothers, as friends, nobody talk about the emotion. Nobody talk about how are you feeling. Nobody talk about that, bro. And that is what it feels like. Everything at a surface level, at everything at a surface level. Like you can go to a party, you can have fun. But when you are alone, the question is, how are you feeling? The question is, what is the thing that you're craving secretly that you're looking for, but nobody is giving you? And I was going through the same scenario. Look, after COVID, I was able to make money. In fact, I was able to make good money. There was a point I was making $5,000 a month from my copywriting journey, and my life was good until 2025. Things started churning around. I was having my email marketing agency. Sorry for the background noise. There's a lot of background noise. So I was running my email marketing agency, and I launched my coaching business as well. And I don't know why I stopped getting clients as well. Plus, I was having this guilt of like, if I'm the person who's not getting clients, how can I teach my students? So again, this came from a performance mindset, and I have taken a lot of pressure on myself to perform, to provide, to prove that okay, I'm the best. You see, I was the top, and that was the syndrome, perfectionism syndrome. Even recording this video, it took me a lot of time to perfect everything. And this is what I learned, that irrespective of what happens, imperfection is the thing that we need to get started with. I learned that presence over performance. Because in the last 8 months, I'm no longer running email marketing business. I'm no longer running coaching business. I'm not even in Bangalore because I spent 8 years in Bangalore, and my energy was so much sensitive that I was not able to I was not able to stand the traffic. And I was a person who used to go from like Kudlu Gate to office in WeWork, and 1 kilometer traffic, and it like nothing used to happen. But right now, what is happened is, even if I hear a sound of a horn, my body is so sensitive that I get triggered. And when I say I'm in trigger, that is equal to 1 hour episode of crying, of dancing, of shouting. So it becomes so intense. And this is the reason I came back to my hometown. And I took a rent from my home as well, because in my home also I found that there's a lot of negative energy, and I was not able to work in the home as well. So I just took a side 2 BHK with my sister, and I'm staying alone with my sister actually. So my point here is, like, we as a men are trying to perform a lot. We are trying to show that okay, we are the person who is the thing. But what if you don't have to perform? What if I told you, bro, that you are enough the way you are? It doesn't matter how much money you are making, how you are looking, what your habits are. Because in today's society and hustle culture, what is happening is we are being ashamed of taking rest. We are being ashamed of doing the things which we want to do, but it is not in a alignment with society's expectation. Look, there are a lot of people who smokes, who have addiction of alcohol. There are men out there who are addicted to sex. There are people who are addicted to porn. There are people who are addicted to a lot many things. But the point here is, if you look at yourself and if you look at the depth of your being, what you are seeking is something else, bro. And that is what my purpose here, to help you see the truth in coming videos, because I'm going to tell you the things which will help you see the truth. And that is what is the purpose of the Liberated Men. I want every man to be free so that you can step into the masculine energy. And if you start creating from that place, my goodness, things will be in such a manner that like, if you seriously step into your masculine energy where there is no ego and you are coming from a place of service, not performance, not that I'm the person who is like this. You're just doing because you want to, not because you have to. I'm telling you, you'll create a huge difference in this world. Because I was also a person who was performing till that time, and today it stopped. And this video is the initiation of something bigger, which is the Liberated Men. I'm here on a mission to help men just like you unmask, because we have put in a mask on ourselves and we are carrying around. And this has been so frustrating for us. This has been so like training for us. You look, I was the person who was building a business, working out 5 times a week. In fact, I was a person who learned about dating and I started approaching women on the street. And I did a lot of things. At the end, I realized what I'm seeking outside is the thing which is inside. And that is what I'm going to tell you here. And I also know right now I'm going from here to here. And because I'm not prepared at all, I'm just speaking my heart out right now, bro. So if you're a one of a kind of person who is done performing, who has put on their mask their whole life and you even did not realize that you are the person who did it, I welcome you, bro. And I see you the way you are. And I love you the way you are. Welcome to the Liberated Man.